Here we go again. Second holiday in Bluebell, and we have arrived at Eden Valley Holiday Park in Lostwithiel. Really short tow again, 35-40 minutes to Lostwithiel. But we're still practicing, so we're staying local. We haven't shown you all of the hitch up again this time, because we did that last time. This time we're going to concentrate on showing you where we're staying, and also showing you awning set up this time, because we didn't show you the awning last time, because it snowed and it was cold. So this time we've got warm weather, so let's hope it stays that way. Hey folks, it's Finn. Welcome back, lovely people. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video of mine where I am squinting. I'm not winking, or I can be winking if you want me to wink, but I am squinting because it is gorgeous weather for a change. We are on another adventure in Bluebell. This time there is no snow, which is amazing. And this time we're going to show you, we showed you the setup, hitching, pitching, towing and all that. This time we're going to show you the setup of our awning. Now that we haven't got snow, we're going to show you our new awning setup and answer some questions from last time, and to show you a bit of our campsite that we're on and some of the surrounding area and just some of the new stuff we've got for the van, and just take you along for the journey, really. Just sharing all of our wonderful adventures with Bluebell. And Pip is so tired, even though I'm talking to you, he hasn't even woken up. Here is the man himself, smiling in the sun, looking happy. Are you happy? So this is our new setup. Finally, now it's not minus degrees. We have the awning set up properly with Pip's run. So this is something we bought a while back for Pip, which is just like a bit of it's a tall puppy fence really, and we bought it for the trailer tent to put on the inside to stop him getting out, but now we're using it as a bit of an extra run out for outside for him, which is working really well to give him some extra space, although it's quite hot today, so look, he's just hiding in the corner. So this is what we've done on the outside, and the toilet tent isn't for the toilet, it is for my wheelchair to store it in. It's not ideal because you have to kind of bump it in over, oh, bless him, you have to bump it in over the lip, but it does just about go in. I also cover it with some tarp when it goes in because it's not completely waterproof. So I've got some tarp in there that then goes over the top of my wheelchair just to protect it. And I also take the arm off and cover that and take the battery inside just to make sure. You right down there, Pip? So let's go in. We are finding he's generally more settled in having a bit of space. So yeah, here we go. So this awning is actually giving us loads of extra space. We got these chairs on Facebook Marketplace last time, and because it was minus degrees, we didn't bother. So we paid £10 for 3 blow-up chairs. They are a bit of a faff to inflate, but they are really, really comfortable. One of them is going down, and we can't work out whether we've just not sorted the valve out properly or whether there's a puncture, so not quite sure about that. Chris is in the kitchen making coffee. So yeah, what you can see around the edge here is that kind of builder's mesh. Now we don't have a sewn in sheet, as you can see down here. Pip could get out, so decided to use some of this, it's actually rode up a bit, to stop him getting out from underneath. Now it doesn't look the prettiest, but so far, I'm not very good at getting out these chairs, but so far it is stopping him getting out, because this blocks him from getting out over here, and obviously the gate stops him getting out over here. We've also put some mesh down here to stop him getting out at the sides, and over the back there where we've got the draft skirt that pegs in at the bottom here, we've run that around the bottom at the back there, and some more mesh. So far he has not escaped, and we've been here since Saturday, yeah, haven't we? And he hasn't escaped yet. No. So it's working well. I mean, we are looking at getting some Cornish windbreaks, aren't we? Yeah.
Sell some more stuff on Marketplace first.
Sell some more stuff on Marketplace first. But so far this is working and he's really happy, and he's been able to kind of go out on his own in the mornings. And
You okay on that chair?
yeah, it's not too bad. I can get into it, just can't get out of it. So yeah, it's a nice little setup, isn't it? And these chairs are really comfy, aren't they? Look at you. But yeah, because they're air, and especially because this one's gone down, trying to get out of it is a bit problematic. But oh yeah, it works. It just looks like we're on a bit of a building site because of the green mesh. But if we did get the Cornish windbreaks, because it's only this side that's open, and of course this side's got the fence, we would run the Cornish windbreak down that side and then along the front, effectively then stopping any exits of him getting out. It just means you don't have to have him tethered and he can be a bit free, which is nice for him, we think, don't we? I'm going to show you inside, not that anything's really changed, but just in case anyone didn't see. Excuse my breathlessness, it's always like breathlessness with Finn with these videos, isn't it? Nothing's really changed. I've made the bed, haven't put anything new up. We've got a few snacks. The only thing we've got new is I bought this hanging thing just for some extra storage. That's all we've got so far. I've got a few little bits and bobs to put up, some coat hooks, cup hooks and stuff, but that's about all that's new so far. So yeah, I've got some more questions to answer that people have asked, and I shall do that a bit later on. But first, coffee. Looks lovely out there, doesn't it? A little lounge area. So we've been asked some questions by you lovely people, which we are going to answer. I've had lots of lovely questions, especially from my lovely friend Kavita Diva. I hope I've said your YouTube name right. You always leave me such lovely comments, and I always appreciate them so much. Thank you. And one of the questions you've asked is about showing the campsites we're on. So I'm going to show a bit of this campsite this time. Chris and I are quite fussy with the campsites we choose. We like to choose quite quiet campsites. We are members of the Camping and Caravanning Club, and we are looking to join the Caravan and Motorhome Club as well, because their sites are usually quite quiet. We don't like the campsites that have got like pools and bars and stuff like that on. We just like really simple stuff, just like a pitch with electric hookup and facilities like washing facilities, washing up facilities, things like that. That's it, very basic. We prefer adult only sites just because they're usually a bit quieter as well. I do always try and choose somewhere that's got disabled facilities if possible, just so that I can have the option to have a shower. I do have a little collapsible stool so that if there isn't a disabled shower, I can, to a fashion, have a shower, because my issue is I need to sit to shower. I'm not safe standing to shower. So it depends on what the facilities are like. As long as I can get my wheelchair as near as possible and then use my stick to get in and then use the pop-up stool to sit to shower, I'm not too bad. But with my fatigue issues and my balance issues and my dizziness, it can be a bit dangerous, especially on slippery bathroom floors. So we do try and choose places that have got disabled facilities, just so it's safer and easier for me. I will cover the issue of toilets in the caravan in a bit, but I mean, I'm really honest about the fact that I don't shower much anyway, because it's just too much a fatigue issue for me. I tend to use baby wipes and I shower. I mean, let's be honest here, MECFS is hard work, and if I shower, I'm not doing anything else the rest of the day. It's just too hard. So I tend to shower once or twice a week at a push. And at a campsite, when it's not my normal shower, and it's so much harder, I don't really shower much more than once or twice a week. So I tend to just baby wipe, flannel, the rest of the week anyway. So yeah, all set up in the caravan for baby wipes, and a disabled shower on the campsite is a great bonus if I can get it. And we are quite lucky with most of the pictures we choose. You do get more room between pictures, which you commented on our last video, that there was loads of room between the vans and we're not squished in, which we appreciate, because the last thing you want to do is be really like squished in between your neighbours. You don't like that, do you? So we will show you around our campsites. Right, excuse the bedhead, but as it's nice and early and no one's around and we've got sun, I thought I'd give you a quick whiz around the campsite. But this is a campsite we found on PitchUp, which is a website that's got loads of different caravan camping sites you can find. This is Eden Valley Camping. This is Eden Valley Country Park. It's really nice. It's got like little kind of cul-de-sacs. We did have a van here last night and a caravan there, but they've both left. So I'm just going to give you a little tour and show you around. So here we are. This is our pitch. So yes, we're in like a cul-de-sac-y area here, as you can see. The way it's set up in this particular campsite is all in like little cul-de-sac areas, and it's not too close. The way it's done is you have like a little bit of hard standing, a little bit of grass, and the way it's always set up in the UK is you have like your doors always the same way, your awnings the same way, so it's all uniform. Of course, our Jetstream is the door on the continental side, so we have to have our tow bar the opposite way. I mean, there's no one here to show what I mean, but tow bars would normally be here, but yeah, our door's opposite. But yeah, I can't show you because everyone's gone. So yeah, we're in this lovely little cul-de-sac area. We're not too close to each other, you see. So I think we're in what is called Clover. But if I go and show you next door, you can see that we're not actually that close. Yeah, we're in Clover, so we're in Clover, look. It's Pip, look. Pip wonders what's going on. Daddy's doing some filming, Pip. But yeah, I'll show you next door. You can see that they don't actually pitch that close. So yeah, no one's crammed in here. We're not on top of each other, which is good. It's really nice and green, isn't it? It's nice and quiet. I mean, it's Bank Holiday Monday, so we're probably going to have loads more people turn up today. That's why I thought I'd film now, so you can see what it all looks like. It's got a really nice little river, look. And then a little sensory garden. And then there is a disabled toilet and shower. I always go for disabled facilities if I can, just so that there's somewhere for me to sit and shower, because I do struggle to stand and shower. And they're not too bad. I'll show you inside them in a second. And then you'll have things like washrooms and things. This does upset me though. There's a washing up room, but of course I can't get in it. It upsets me that they do things like disabled toilets and then don't think about getting in to do the washing up. And we don't have water rigged up in our caravan yet, so Chris has to come and do the washing up. I can't, because I can't stand, so I'd need to get my wheelchair in there to do that. So it's nice that they thought about disabled facilities in terms of showering, but disabled facilities in terms of actually doing your own washing up isn't possible. The disabled shower and toilet here is quite good. I can get my wheelchair in, but I probably wouldn't risk it here, because when you come in the door, it's got a shower curtain. I could probably shove my wheelchair right up against the door and then protect it, but I'm not sure how. So, really good, nice shower stall, plenty of room, nice shower. Yeah, I don't know why it's flickering a bit when I do that, for some reason, sorry. The only trouble is I can get my wheelchair in, but it might get a bit wet. The door's here, so I could get it in. I could put it behind this shower curtain, but I probably wouldn't risk it. So as long as it was dry, I'd leave it outside. I've got a tarp for this reason, that if I have to leave my wheelchair outside, I cover it with a tarp. But yeah, not bad disabled facilities at all. nice shower stool to sit on, and then I sit on the toilet seat to dry myself. It's not ideal, but it does. But yeah, I try and leave feedback when I can, because you know, when they do things like a really nice disabled toilet and then forget about other disabled access, it's like, you know, you just need to think a little bit further. But yeah, look, if you look over there, you can see that people are nicely spread out. But yeah, we did have a van next to us and a caravan the other side, but they've left. But later on, I expect we will. So yeah, we're not hemmed in closely. It was a couple of people on YouTube asked, you know, about our campsites, and we always do pick really quite nice campsites. That's why we like to be members of the Caravan and Motorhome Club and Camping and Caravanning. But yeah, we've just tried a few sites on Pitch Up, and as I say, this one is Eden Valley Country Park, and it's really, really nice. We'd definitely come back to this one. Here he is. Good boy. Loving his new setup. Good boy. Yeah, hello. Good boy. It's even got a little dog walking area. Look, isn't that lovely? And even I can get to it. It's like a little secret garden. Mind your paws, Pip.
Go on, Pip. Off you go.
Is it all properly enclosed then, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Go on.
Some proper beat up caravans over there.
Some have gone since this morning.
What are you throwing treats? Where is it?
It has been stick. Around here somewhere, Pip. Around here. Okay. That one.
It's really nice to be able to have this
Yay!
when you're camping as well.
Go on. Run. Ah, go on.
Go on.
Shoot.
Off you go. Run. 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 He says, I
No.
want another treat, Daddy.
You ready?
He's not fooled. Ready, set, find it.
Ready. Here we go. Here we go.
Hello. Good boy. I wanted to show you it again because I hadn't put my LGBT bunting up. My pride bunting, look at it. Beautiful, isn't it? Chris hates me. Had to have some pride bunting attached. No one's come to join us. We have the whole cul-de-sac to ourselves. We've just come back from a day out. And look, we have the whole site to ourselves. Well, this particular cul-de-sac. So yeah, they've just gone out for a little walk, so I just thought I'd show you how lovely it looks with our pride bunting. And I also trimmed some of the green mesh down so it doesn't look quite like we're sitting in a building site. And I've taken it away from the back because we are actually sewn in, because it doesn't open up on that back side. We don't really need it on the back, so we only need it there to stop Pip going through there and to stop him going through that side, and we've just trimmed it down so you can't see it as much now. But we will be investing in these Cornish windbreaks for next time as a pet enclosure instead of these metal panels and the mesh. So we'll show you that next time. But yeah, looks lovely, doesn't it? You've seen this before. Oh, and did you see? Cute, isn't it? And we'll show you our solar lights. When the sun goes down as well, and show you how that all works. Oh, and I'm going to show you in here as well that I've just been putting some stuff together in the dressing room, because that was a work in progress last time, and I've now sorted that out. Hang on. So, dressing room work in progress is, wanted to make it a bit better for storage. So, because pretty much like this is a walk-in wardrobe, so we have all our clothes hanging, and then these drawers, the top one is all hygiene stuff, so shower gels and things like that, so that everything's in here, so you don't have to bring it with us. Medicines, shower gels, all of the above. And then a drawer each for trousers. Hanging is t-shirts, and then this space here for just odds and bits and bobs. And then I've got this shoe rack, which then we're using to store pants and socks in, and belts. Also helps to kind of shade us from this window so nobody can see us getting changed. I did have that stool I showed you before that kind of I could sit in there if I want, but it's a bit squashed. So I actually sit on this little ledge. My bum just about fits on this little ledge, and I can sit on there to have a baby wipe, which is easier than kind of shutting all the shutters and having a baby wipe here. I can kind of hide in there. So yeah, it's a kind of storage for all of our jackets and everything, as well as a kind of walk-in wardrobe, and it works well now. Everything fits in there well, and I think we've got that set up as we need. That's working well as our little dressing room come walk-in wardrobe. Looks good, doesn't it? It works well, our little walk-in wardrobe. I never thought I'd have a walk-in wardrobe in a caravan. Only us. Other than that, showed you that earlier, didn't I? Hanging storage. And I found these, which are really cute, and I was going to use them for pants and socks, but they're too small. But it's perfect just for hanging there next to the bed, just for like our mobile phones and tablets and stuff like that. And it's really cute. I've got 3 of them. It came for a pack of 3. I was going to put one each side here, but we both sit in the corner and we think we'd hit our heads on them, so just got one stuck up there with 3M tape, good old 3M tape, and they might go somewhere else as well. Tomorrow's job is to sort the kitchen cupboards out a bit better, but yeah. So one of the questions people asked is about, have we got a bathroom? Now, we haven't got a bathroom, but the Freedom Jetstream would originally have come with a bathroom. It would have had a bathroom with a toilet and a sink and a shower, which would have been in here. But the previous owner took that out. And that's okay by us. We don't mind that at all, because actually trying to get in there would be really difficult, because, you know, we're not small. And also because of me with my disability, trying to stand in there to have a shower and a wash would have been a nightmare. And we use facilities on site anyway, so it makes sense really. And we prefer, like the previous owner, to have the extra room and to have our walk-in wardrobe. Now, the previous owner did have a portaloo in there, but as you can see by the size, trying to squat down in there to go to the toilet is a bit of a nightmare. And yeah, it's just not doing. So people are like, well, what do you do for the toilet? Well, ta-da! Oh yes, people. A very large comfort fabric bottle is what we use. I used to use this when I went camping at festivals, when you don't want to go to the toilet overnight. It's ideal, it's big enough, you know, if you're a man, obviously. If you're a woman trying to aim into one, unless you've got a she-wee, it can be really difficult. But it's perfect. You just bit into that, and then you empty it into the toilet in the morning, and then you can just rinse them out. And what we find works really well is you can get the pet enzyme spray. Once you've rinsed them with boiling water and cleaned them out, you can spray the pet enzyme spray in there, and it will get rid of any smell, any bacteria, and just cleans it out. So that's what we do for the toilet, for number 1. Obviously, if you need number 2, you don't go number 2 in a bottle. You use the toilet for that. Our lights have just come on. So our dragonfly ones aren't new. If you've seen our trailer tent video, you'll see that we've had those before. But what is new are these stake light ones. I got a pack of 8. I've got 4 in the garden. There's one around there as well. And I brought 4 for the caravan. And look, they're rainbow colour changing if you watch. Chris is like, oh my god. But actually they're really sweet. They just gradually change. It's just actually really handy because you can't really see the fence in the dark, and it does actually help mark out the territory of the fence. Oh, that's the light flashing in here to tell you that it's working. But yeah, aren't they cute? Obviously, you've only got them round one side because that's where the gate is to come out. So we only have them round one side. But they're cute, aren't they? And then, we have up here a solar pendant light. And as you can see, it lights it up really nicely. Look at that, off, on, and it's perfect. And then that really lights up the awning, because we have actually got lights on the side of the caravan here that are supposed to work, but we haven't actually figured out why they're not working at the moment. We've had a bit of a change up in the awning since the last time, so here you go. We have bought new chairs. Now, the inflatable armchairs were lovely, weren't they, Pip? But I couldn't get out of them. One of them was a bit broken anyway. It had a slow puncture in it. It needed inflating all the time. But I also couldn't lean on it to get out of it. And with my mobility issues, it was being a bit of a pain. It was too low and I couldn't get out. So these are Vango oversized kind of, they call them half moon chairs or something. They're really, really comfortable. They've got no uncomfortable bits under the seat. So what I don't like is when they've got like a bar under here. So there's no bar under here to hurt your legs. I can lean on these. They're really sturdy to get in and out of, and they're nice and wide. And you can sit either like straight upright in them, or you can lean back a bit. And they're also a tiny bit smaller than the armchairs. They give us a bit more room, which means we can get the table between us as well. So Chris can put his wine on there, and I can put my Ben and Jerry's on there. Gives Pip a bit more room. I've just moved his blanket, which is upsetting him, which is why he's got a grumpy face. But yeah, they look good, don't they? New chairs. Plus, they're easier and quicker to set up than blowing up the blow-up chairs. Very nice. So inside the van, you see, we have a 2-ring hob burner, which goes on gas. So we are hooked up on gas, which plugs into a gas bottle, which we carry with us. So we cook on gas, but the fridge runs on electricity. I'll show you in a second where that plugs into, but we can actually turn the fridge on to...
There's battery.
Yeah, you can. So that the fridge can run on.
There's an ignite thing, isn't there?
Yeah,
so I don't know how you do it.
The fridge can actually run on gas, electricity, and it can run on a leisure battery as well. So we do actually have a leisure. Look how brown my gorgeous fur looks. So we do have a leisure battery as well. If we didn't have electric hookup, we don't actually understand the leisure battery yet, so we're not worried about that. But yeah, we run. So we run the fridge.
It's here, like. You do the flame.
Okay.
Your ignition.
Okay. But have you haven't seen inside our fridge, have you? So this is our little fridge, and look at this, perfectly sized for Ben and Jerry's, made for me. So yeah, perfect. So that we run that off electric. We have a hookup, which I'll show you in a minute. We cook off gas, 2-ring hob. We have a little cooker, which is useful for tiny small things, but we are looking to upgrade that. Cookery thing here.
It looks like it's on fire.
It does look like it's on fire, and that's what we're doing our naan breads in. We're going to upgrade this. Pip, out,
I want something bigger.
You always want something bigger. But it does, like, grill, oven. But yeah, we've got a tiny space here, but we're going to look at what else we can fit in there. You're thinking about an air fryer, aren't you, darling?
Yeah, but we don't use one at home, so we're a bit concerned
about what we might do in it.
What we're going to do, what we're not going to do.
Yeah, but we're going to think about it. But most of the stuff we do on the hob anyway. I'm trying to watch what I'm doing so I don't fall out the camera. But yeah, that's how we cook. We cook on
Lots of
gas.
people know if you can do naan breads in an air fryer.
Oh yeah, I would expect you can probably do naan breads in an air fryer.
And any links to any decent air fryer vegetarian recipes
Would be grateful. Yes.
that aren't like really confusing that we could do.
Yes. Answers on a postcard, please. And whilst I'm in here, I'm going to ask the lovely Furfur to demonstrate, if you wouldn't mind, the sides of the van on the inside with your lovely long arms.
So that's how tall it is.
So on the inside it is, how tall are you, Christopher?
5'10".
You're 5'10", which is 2.46.
So I can brush my hair.
You brush hair. It is 2.46 metres high, which is, what do you say in feet
Is
again?
that the internal measurement?
Yeah, the internal
5'10".
measurement. You're 5'10".
No, 2.4 is more than that.
Well,
so that's from the ground up.
Oh, that's from the ground up, is it?
Yeah, because it's 3 1/3 feet in a metre.
Okay.
So 2.4 is like 8 feet something.
Oh, okay. So you, but you're 5'10".
So I'm 5'10".
Oh, I
it's 3
think I said
1/3.
5'8" in the last video. I'm very
Oh
sorry.
my god.
So he
You know
can.
what's worse, being made out to be a short beep or aging me.
But so this is the good thing about the Jetstream, isn't
This
it?
is 5'10".
The microlights are much lower, which is why they need a...
Covered.
Hang on. The microlights are much lower, which is why you need the pop top. So this is why these are better for us, so that Chris can stand
Yeah,
up.
so the pop top would come to about there.
Yeah,
I think it was when I had one before.
yeah,
And you have a little mesh. You pop the roof up and you have a little mesh.
yeah.
And I could just stand there and go.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But this is much better, so that... I mean, I don't have to worry about hitting my head because, you know...
Well, there's nothing that low for you, is there?
No. And in terms of width on the inside, width is supposed to be 3.1 metres. That's what it says. Look at
No.
this.
I don't know where you're getting your measurements from.
Off the Freedom website. So what are your arms? 3.1 metres. Look at his arms.
No, they wouldn't be 3.1 metres because that'd be 10 feet wide.
Well, it says 3.1 on my hand. One on my hand.
I'm sure your arm span is the same as your height.
Is it?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry. 2.3. 2.3 metres.
No, it still can't be right because
I'm going to write the answer at the bottom.
I'm 5'10" and I would say it's just over 6 foot internal measurement.
So 6 foot. I might have to do this all over again in a minute.
You might need to just get a tape measure because if I lie down in the bed, and if anybody wants to join me, please call me on 0898.
I mean, obviously we have less room in here because we keep the bed up all the time.
Like,
Oh,
and I ain't 3 foot because that's like 9.
no, that would be 2.3 metres according to my hand.
Which we know is wrong.
So what's 2.3 metres in feet?
Well, 3 1/3 feet in a metre, so that's
I don't know.
6.66 feet.
Anyway,
In
so
2 metres.
it's a Chris wide.
Really? Yeah. So I'm 5'10", so say 2 more inches there, 2 more inches here. So it's about 6'2", 6'4".
Okay, I'm going to get the right measurements in a minute, and I'll
We'll
tell
just
you.
use a tape measure.
Okay.
We're stuck getting on dodgy websites.
He's measuring now.
70 inches.
Can you do it in metres?
1.8.
So you've only got it at 1.8 metres high?
Yeah.
Internal measurements.
Yeah. What have you got?
High, 2.46 metres high.
2.4.
2.46 metres high. Oh, you scratched my van.
Don't forget this. That might be, but yeah,
Okay.
external.
So these measurements are external measurements that I've got in my hand. So I was right, but not from inside the van. Inside the van is basically a crystal a Chris wide. And we'll give you the outside measurements in a minute.
It's about 1.8 wide internal.
Yeah, 1.8 wide internal, but 2.3 wide external. But it's the internal measurements that matter, really, isn't it?
Well, it depends.
Because that's what you're living in.
Eh?
That's what you're living in, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's what causes your problems, measurements, dodgy measurements like that.
It's not, because it came off the Freedom website.
It's just like some things on the internet look bigger than they are in real life.
What do we think, Pip? What do we think? Oh dear.
We've all been there.
Haven't we just? Tell him, Pip. So anyway, yeah. As you can see, we just about fit. And we've got less room.
Anyway, the moral of the story is don't trust Finn and measurements.
I got these off a reputable website.
What was it?
Freedom Caravans.
I think if you looked again, you would see that.
And there's our sink. But we haven't yet hooked up the water. But we will be hooking up the water at some point. This Freedom, because it's a 2012 model. No. Can't remember. Comes with a foot pump for the water. We are going to rig it. As Chris demonstrating. Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Where did you come from?
We are going to rig it up with
apologies to any American viewers out there.
lots of American viewers. We are going to rig it up to have a electric pump, aren't we?
Yeah.
So yeah, we of course have the bed permanently set up, so we've got even less room if you want to be really technical about the internal measurements. Anyway, we're going to go off and have dinner, and then we'll show you externally how it looks when you put Chris next to the van. So, now we're outside the van. I want you to demonstrate that it should be, what is it, 2.3 width outside the van.
Can't do width when I'm at the length.
Oh, sorry, yeah. 3.1 length, then. So, yeah. So it's supposed to be 3.1. Is that right?
1 3/4.
Stand in the middle for me. So, yeah. I will double check this and put it at the bottom. But I think that the length of the Freedom is 3.1, I think.
9 feet would be about right.
Yeah, I think.
No, 10 would be about right. Because
But I'm getting Chris to do this, because if I did it, it'd look like a Winnebago.
that's about 5'10",
Okay,
and then yes, and then half again. So,
okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
yeah.
Okay, thanks, babe.
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for being my assistant. Thank you. And when I was talking about electric, everyone on the campsite, sometimes you share it, gets an electric hookup point. And this is that. Electric hookup point. And you can see that we have at the back of the van there, that's where it hooks up in, and that coil is what you always bring these with you, and then that gets uncoiled and you hook that into your van, and that's what gives you electricity. Some people choose not to have it, but why would you not have electricity in your van? Of course you want electricity in your van, so you can have a TV. Otherwise you have to talk to each other. One more thing I forgot to show you that I've also bought was some cupboard lights for the cupboards, funnily enough, because they're really dark and because they're quite deep. So I've got some motion sensor lights for the cupboards, and they weren't working earlier, and I realised it's because they've got an auto shut off when they notice that there's not enough darkness. So they're not just motion sensor, they also work out, they go into sleep mode when it's not dark enough. So they're working now, basically, is what I'm trying to tell you. So come and have a look. So yeah, these cupboards were quite dark, and now, ta-da! So it's at one at the bottom, and then, That's so much better. So it's got one at the side down here and then one at the top. They are just a magnet sticker, so that's good because you can actually take them off and point them around as well, which is pretty good. So yeah, and they are USB charging. So yeah, isn't that cool? And then one this side as well. And again, if I stick my hand in, look at that. And I got a pack of 8 for something like a tenner. They're just like little puck lights, so they're auto off and on. And then yeah, just a little magnet sticker. How cool is that? Because yeah, they are quite deep cupboards. And I've organised them a little bit better. This I'm going to get some new. I'm just going to do this again. I'm going to get some new, because look how deep it is. I'm going to get some long storage containers for this, so it works out a bit better. But yeah, how much better is that? I can actually see in my cupboards. That makes me very, very happy. Yeah, that makes us happy, doesn't it, Pip? Pip looks so unimpressed at that. So unimpressed, he's just going to chew his foot. And as it's such glorious weather this time, we are also going to do a bit more out and about around this area of Cornwall, which is a lovely, beautiful, picturesque, I actually said it right, area of Cornwall. And it's just glorious blue skies. And when it's like this in Cornwall, you could be anywhere in the Mediterranean. It just looks just stunning. So I'm going to show you little snippets of where we've been out and about this time on holiday. We're down in Lostwithiel. Eden Valley Country Park is in Lostwithiel, so there's so many really lovely places to visit around here. So I'm going to show you where we've been out and about on adventures. Really I can never say that word. Piscarex. Piscarex.
Picture-esque.
Picturesque.
Picture-esque.
Picturesque. Look at my grassy knoll.
You should do your zip up and then people wouldn't be able to see it.
This is lovely down here, isn't it? Oh. This is Chris Bellamy bringing you
Really nice and moist.
That was amazing, babe. Thanks for that. Oh, Pip's made some friends. Always makes friends. What do you think, Pip? Look at him. He's like, I like the beach. I am now a beach dog. But you see, what I need is a slide, right? What I need is a, what do you call them? Not a slide. A sledge. So you get me this far, and then you just put me in a sledge and send me the rest of the way. Why? Why not? I think that's a good idea.
I'd have to pull you back up.
Oh yeah. Look at that for a coastline. Christopher and I have decided that we're buying this house down here. I'm not quite sure what with. Pebbles. Your giggle. The waves hitting that. Some proper surfing beaches down here. Doing a Titanic moment, you two. We've come up a very, very steep road. This is really not very accessible for you, but we've made it. Look at him. When the wind blows through your hair. It's
My
worth
hair?
it. Well, not your hair, darling.
Oh, I thought my zip was down.
It has been such a fantastic week. It has gone way too quick. And I haven't really done half the jobs in the caravan that I intended to do. But that's because it's been such a fabulous sunny week. And we've either been sat in the awning enjoying this lovely new awning setup, or just sunning ourselves, or out enjoying ourselves. And we haven't really wanted to do anything. But never mind, we've got plenty of time to do all of that stuff. But yes, thank you for joining us on another adventure. If there's anything we forgot to answer, or you want to know anything else, next time we're out on an adventure, we will do some more recording. No doubt, we're going to record every time anyway. So yeah, anything you want to know that I haven't answered, just please pop a message below and I will answer it next time. But yes, thank you for joining us on another adventure with Bluebell, and we will catch you next time. Take care, everybody.